So we become mothers, the noun. We become mothers, the verbs. And then we watch them grow into their own people and make their own decisions. And where does that leave us? Well, where did it leave Mary? Mary watched her son be crucified, the most painful, humiliating death possible. And I know that there are people out there who have lost their own children. Many of you have lost children in the physical sense, and some of you have lost children in the figurative sense. But all of us at some point have to face the fact that our children have to go on to follow their own paths. And so where does that leave us? Well, let's go back to Mary. If we go back to Acts chapter 1, verse 12 to 14, we see, "Then the apostles returned to Jerusalem from the hill called the Mount of Olives, a Sabbath day's walk from the city. When they arrived, they went upstairs to the room where they were staying. Those present were Peter, John, James, and Andrew, Philip and Thomas, Bartholomew and Matthew, James, son of Alphaeus, and Simon the Zealot, and Judas, son of James. They all joined together constantly in prayer, along with the women and Mary, the mother of Jesus, and with his brothers." Do you see the difference? They were inside the room this time. They had joined the family business. There was life on the other side of the cross for Mary, and there is life on the other side of being mother, the verb. I'm not saying we ever give up on being mother, the verb, but I am calling out to you to save some dreams for yourself. You had dreams when you were a little girl, before you became a mother, before you became a wife. I know I had some dreams growing up, and some of them were pretty stupid. I am probably not going to be a hula dancer in Hawaii and drive a pale blue 442. Some of you younger people will need to Google that one. But I gotta tell you, I had dreams for myself. And when my husband died of a blood clot in 2014, I decided I wasn't dreaming anymore. I didn't see the point. I decided God was going to do what God was going to do, and I wasn't bitter about it. I wasn't fatalistic. I just said, hey, he's got his plan. And so one night, I wrote down all of those dreams that were never going to happen. I wrote them down on index cards. I poured a hot bath. I got this big candle. It was kind of like this big bowl thing. And I burned them. And index cards apparently burn very hot because I was afraid I was going to burn the house down, but thankfully I didn't. But I decided that night that I was going to sacrifice my dreams on the altar, the way that Abraham volunteered to sacrifice Isaac. But something strange happened along the way. I had new dreams planted in me. Some of them were based off of old dreams, and some were new dreams, and some were words spoken to me by other people. And then one day, I had a woman from the Zig Ziglar company do an hour strategy session, and she spoke life into me. And I decided to take a chance and dream again. And what you see right now is the result of that dream. That's where Atomic Joy was born. I've been through some stuff, and my joy is intact, and I want to help others find their joy too. So I decided to do something completely out of my comfort zone. I decided to form my side business, Atomic Joy, motivational speaking with a comedic twist. I don't know, it's scary. I've never done anything like this, and I may go up in flames. But I decided to take a chance because I will never know the power of my God and what He can do in me, what I can become with Him, if I don't try something I know I can't do on my own strength. There's a British preacher named Graham Cook who says that humility is knowing what you're capable of doing on your own and what you're capable of doing with the help of the Lord. And I want to see what I can do with the help of the Lord. And one day the Lord spoke to me and he said, let's fly. I'm going to go big or go home. And I want to challenge you. What are your dreams? What dreams do you have for yourself? Maybe at some point in your life you dreamed of being a missionary. I'm not saying that you put your house on the market and move to Zimbabwe tomorrow, but maybe you could do some local missionary work. Maybe you wanted to be an author. Maybe you don't have time to keep up with a blog, but take some notes because someday you're going to find that time. There will be time and space again for your dreams. So what can you do in the meantime to honor those unique gifts and skills? And if you think you don't have any unique gifts and skills, I'm telling you, you are wrong. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of personality and spiritual gifting tests on the internet. Go pick one, pick 10, pick 20, do them all. You'll start to see patterns. Figure out those things that make you special. And then figure out what is that thing that only you can do with those gifts. And then fly.